Hello, I'm doing this video in order to find a PhD project opportunity. Who am I? My name is Xavier Amen. I'm a 31 years old French guy. In 2014, I was graduated as a physiotherapist. Then I did two master degree, one in strength and conditioning coach with a specialty in return to play. I did my work experience at the French Football Federation, and the other one in the research field where I did my work experience at INSEP. In 2020, I wanted to go back to the field in order to put into practice what I've learned. I have jobs that are evolving all the time. So doing a PhD for me could be the opportunity to learn, bring, and share some knowledge with my colleagues and also improve my clinical practice. I work with a lot of overhead athletes. It's always the same problematic with the shoulder. We have to find the right balance between mobility and stability. To achieve this goal, we need informations, but also muscle contractions. Let's see all this on a diagram. Functional shoulder stability relies on mechanical restraint and dynamical restraints, but also physical capacities. All these submodalities create a scapulothoracic stabilization and a humeral control. Everything is controlled and regulated by the central nervous system. We have to keep in mind that everybody has his own self-organization. That means that personal factors, but also environmental factors, can impact the functional shoulder stability. Let's focus now on afferent informations. For muscle contractions, we need informations. They came from different subsystems. When we are injured, we can disturb these informations, but we can also restore them. As a physiotherapist or a strength and conditioning coach, it could be very interesting to know the impact of our interventions. In 2021, what do we know? In yellow, we have the different tools that we can use as a physiotherapist or a strength and conditioning coach to design a rehabilitation program or a prevention program. In gray, we have the different submodalities of proprioceptions. What we could see here is that we are lacking information about the link between what we are doing and what we are measuring. So it could be a PhD opportunity. Some ideas we could use as outcomes the different submodalities of proprioceptions and also the rate of force development. And as incomes, we could, for example, try to see the impact of a concentric versus eccentric versus isometric training on all these modalities. Or also, is there any link between a clinical test like the modified CK Quest and the laboratory test that we are using? So this is just some ideas. What about yours? Take home message. I know that I didn't choose the easiest way to find my PhD, but who does win? So thank you for your attention and feel free to contact me.